What's good, Joe? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind. And, bruh, this episode was hype. No no Giorno, or regular, any of the guys. This episode was completely focused on the boss, and the boss was revealed-ish, kinda. I don't know, this was a weird episode, but definitely probably one of the best ones of Part 5. And once again, Araki comes out with showing like, hey, yo, you know, like, oh, y'all think the Bills Part 5 ain't that interesting compared to Kira Lesson? Oh, no, motherfucker. Here you go. Where, like, looks like the boss has, now I'm no psychiatrist, I'll probably get this wrong, but it looks like it's dissociative identity disorder, which is just like that chick in Paranoid, which is a nice segue to talk about Paranoid. So, like always, let's be talking more Paranoid. So, this episode we had another focus on another character, and this time this guy he has some connections over to like the mob and shit, and they're trying to get and they're pretty much extorting him, having him have to do all these crimes in order to pay them back for certain things. Because like, oh, he's doing this, oh, he's in the hospital, oh, he's got this. You want to be a good friend, right? So pay the fuck up. And while we see throughout the episode, which is about this shows you just how great of a director Satoshi Kon was. Where he's reading this manga, and it's like this classic, what's that anime called? Damn it, the one with Kenshiro. Kenshiro, I forget the anime's name. Damn it, it's skipped my mind. But those type of animes where you got the big, muscular, badass guy in the desert, a solo, and you have the woman like, oh my hero, those kind of mangas and shit. We see him reading it, and we see some pages of it throughout the episode. But then we get this one epic moment where after the dude comes out in a fucking luchador mask and a fucking blue jumpsuit, he comes and robs this place for some money because the guy went to safe and and he gets money. And they mention in the episode the guy that owns the safe has actually been saving up for like 20 years. So once he gets there, he's pointing him at gunpoint. But while this is going on, you see this thing playing now. But this, I guess it's a minor spoiler, so you guys do not want to know the episode or don't want to have me ruin the show for you. But it's one amazing part. This was definitely the best part of the episode. Anyway. Yeah, skip ahead if y'all don't want to know what's going on, if you don't want to get spoiled, but that's some of the cool shit Satoshi Kon does. But while that's going on, while he's holding the gunpoint, you see the opposite of it. You see like the manga panels, but it's kind of like a dark reflection of it, something that's been I can't think of the exact words I'm looking for, but they it gets morphed and corrupted into this thing of in the panels they show him saving the girl. She's hung up and he comes in there, save the day. But yet as he says, he's quoting the same lines as it, but he's getting them while he's getting the money, while in the manga you see him saving the girl. It's fucking brilliant. I'm not doing this scene justice. Y'all just gotta, if you guys watch the episode, you guys know what I'm talking about. It was hype. And then you got around the end of the episode, or not the end, it's like a little bit after their daughter comes in there. This man legit puts like a flashlight underneath his chin, says, "I'm daddy," and she's like, "Ah!" And I'm like, bruh. He was also high on some shit. And also another thing, they actually caught Little Slugger. So, they caught Little Slugger, they do, Little Slugger's and some dude's telling please, stop me. He's just begging for someone to finish him off. But then out comes Little Slugger, nails him with the bat, but the dude gets right back up, he's like, hey, what the hell you want shit? And Little Slugger's like, wait, what? He's getting up and he's running away. The dude legit takes his fucking shoe off and throws it right at him. It's a direct hit on his head. A direct hit. And then he just starts kicking the living shit out of him. Absolutely fantastic episode, man. So I'm looking forward to the next issue if we're going to find the origins of Little Slugger. That should be hot. Anyway, enough of Paranoid. Let's just jump right into JoJo. So we start this episode off in a prison cell. Now at first when I saw this prison and what was going on here, I originally thought that might have something to do with Trish, but then I was like, probably not, because we still haven't really gotten her backstory completely. We haven't gotten a whole episode dedicated to her yet. We've gotten Giorno, we've gotten Mista, Larancha, Did we actually ever get one on Fugo? No, yes, we did. We got one Fugo. Yeah, Butarachi. We got one on every guy, but we still haven't got one on Trish yet, so either we're not gonna get an episode on hers, or, you know, we don't really need it. Anyway, so we're in this prison. You see a woman, she's like, ah! Ah! You know, she's like screaming out in pain. And, you know, the prisoner's like, hey, prisoner 6285, I forget the number. 6895 or whatever the hell it was. What's going on there? Did I not agree with you? And then they see that her water broke. And they're like, oh shit, she's pregnant. So they take her over to, like, I guess the medical bay of this fucking Alcatraz-like prison, because it's legit off, because it's legit, like, in the fucking water. It's prison pretty much like a fucking island. But, so she gives birth. They're all asking her, like, oh, who's the father? She's been here for 8 years. How the hell did she get knocked up? You know, we haven't seen a boat. There's no female prisoner. The fuck? And so she tells them that the father's been dead for 2 years. And she's been here for 8 years. Here she is, you know, pregnant. Which, no. I was about to bring up Becky Lynch being pregnant and be like, oh, congrats, Austin, but, you know, whatever. But anyway, congrats to Becky and Seth Rollins for the baby, hopefully. Hopefully we do see the man return. Although I got this one idea that would be fucking hilarious for Seth Rollins' Messiah gimmick with the baby. But anyway, so she gives birth to the baby. After everything's all said and done, you see the baby is kind of just like, you know, sitting in like this pool of water. And they're like washing off the blood, and they're just like washing him, probably getting all the blood off. And he's just standing there with this, like, this deadpan expression. He's not crying or anything, he's just standing there. And they're like, he's not even crying, and then we see his eyes blink. It switches to like a reddish color before, or a pinkish color, before it returns back to normal. And baby actually has pink hair. This is when I first thought that it might have something to do with Trish, but then I was like, probably not. But, so anyway, after that, yeah, so they tell her, like, yo, you know, this house isn't a place for a baby. She's gonna they're gonna give it off to adoption. And they ask her what she's from. She says, Sardinia. So she's out to Sardinia. So then we see a little bit more backstory about the boss. And this is when I knew it was the boss, because we never saw above his like nose. Above his nose, we don't see his face. We still don't know what the hell the boss actually looks like. But then you see him kind of messing around with the frog, and then he almost gets run over, and you're like, yo, it's like, oh, it's you know, stay out of the road, Katsune, you know, all that shit, and they run off. They kind of keep going, and then this girl shows up, and, you know, obviously the boss is a little bit smitten with her, and obviously this is Trish's mother, which you can actually tell. I look at her, you can see some resemblance to Trish in there. So they're kind of like just shoot the shit a little bit. She's like, oh, I hate everything that isn't beautiful, you know, whatever. And, you know, he asks, hey, would you like a cold beverage? And she's like, She kind of starts circling around him while the dude's like, you know, he's worried, like, I wonder if he can get in it, if he's gonna reject her or not. Reject him or not, excuse me. And she says, sure, why not some sparkling water, French mineral water. And it says, this is your treat. And then we head over to the priest, which is who adopted the kid. They took her to a church. And then the dude tells him that he wants to be a sailor. And he says, yes, that is good. A simple soul like you will make a great marine. And, you know, got there. Like I said, throughout this whole part of the episode, we never see above his nose. And then we see, like, this car driving with the priest on it. The priest is, for some reason, chilling in the trunk. And so they're driving off there. And while they're driving off, they actually see the boss, along with Trish's mother, taking the photo that we saw in that picture that he's carrying around trying to find that spot. And it was actually kind of cool seeing it from like this different angle, because I thought we would actually see the scene, but actually seeing kind of like from a distant perspective, like from another person's perspective, like where the guy just looking in. You know, I thought that was actually I thought that was a nice little clever choice there by Araki. So they go down there, and they see him, and he's like, oh wow, that's impressive. They walked all the way over here. And he says, I suppose it's time for him to have a car. So and then man actually goes above and beyond. He was actually going to build like this carport or whatever, right next to his room. So essentially it would be like a makeshift garage, essentially. That's at least what I think I get from it. I'm assuming he means a makeshift garage. So the dude has his picks out, and it's just, you know, going in on the floor tiles and the concrete, like some fucking Minecraft type shit. And as he's picking. She sees this red, this like red dress, and he's like, what the fuck? Or just like this red something. He's like, what the fuck is this? He starts to move away all the extra like tiles and pieces of concrete surrounding the area. And then he sees a hand. He's like, oh shit, it's just a corpse. So he keeps digging and digging, slowly picking at, and then we find that indeed there is a corpse in there, and it's actually the boss's mom. He's literally, I don't even know how he did this. Excuse me. He literally trapped his mother, sewed her mouth shut, and literally trapped her under the floor, and she's still alive. Somehow she's still alive. She's just like, but by this point the bitch has gotten insane. There's like nothing left there. She's just breathing. Yeah. And he says, and the narrator mentions that either by love or by hatred, the woman clings to life. The woman clings to the land, the world of the living. Which I love that line. I love that little piece of dialogue he actually had there about her clinging to life and everything. Great shit. I love the English dub narrator for JoJo. And then he sees this big hair. It's like, oh wait, it's the same as. Then the boss comes out behind him. Next thing we know, everything is lit ablaze, and he and of course the priest died, as well as the child he adopted so much, aka the boss, which we know was fake because the boss is still alive. So then we head over. After that, we head over to like this area. We head over to starting present day. See this kid try to capture this bug. He gets into the bug. He gets to the bug, but he can't get it, and he's on the road now. A truck is coming right towards him, and so this other guy with pink hair as well. Now, at first, I thought this was indeed the boss, which I mean, I guess in a way it is, but not really at the same time. So he jumps right in there because when we first see this person with purple hair, it's the camera stops it right above his nose, like I said last time. So he comes charging in there, but then we see his full face. So I'm like, oh shit, is that what the boss looks like? All right then. I didn't think I guess this rock is finally letting us in on the details. So he jumps in there, tries to see the kid. The kid's like, oh please, there's a car coming, I know that. And so he gets out of the way. The dude grabs onto like this light post to save his ass, but his suitcase or whatever gets crushed underneath the car. He tells him, take your Sunday stroll somewhere else, Katsune. And then after that, and the dude gets got some mud on his pants and everything. We see this fortune teller start telling his fortune, which was actually shocking to see. The dude's predicting everything that the boss is after. From which, by the way, guys, this works out. I've actually been recently watching Psych. You guys remember that was an older show back in the day, from like 2007. I make that. Jesus Christ, it's 2020. I make that sound like I'm talking about the fucking 80s. But 2007, USA was airing. He was binging was marathon the whole show for a few weeks because of the virus and everything. So I actually watched it. I watched like the first episode of it because I knew about the show for a while, and mostly because I was watching Raw, because the show was aired on the USA Network. Raw was, and I know The Miz was also one of the episodes. I don't think I actually sat down and actually watched an episode of Psych, but I knew of the show, and I kind of knew about its premise. But so then I was watching the show, and then I see get used to like Spencer and Gus, and how Spencer managed to pick up on everything. So I guess I can probably figure out how this guy gets picking up on all this stuff from his hands and whatever. So, and also, this fight right here was a fucking pain in the ass, let me tell you. Anyway, the Psych is awesome, and I highly recommend you guys check it out if you haven't already. So back to the show. Anyway, so the fortune teller's still trying to get him to pay up, read him his fortune and everything. And the boss, who I assumed at this point was the boss, he is, but he isn't. Anyway, we'll get talking about that. But the boss is like, nah, fam, nah, you could figure that out from my clothes. He's trying to destroy the world. That like I know you can pick this stuff out, but then he brings up like the right after that but then he keeps going, but then he gets kind of strange and like he's like, you live two lives or two paths or whatever. I kind of knowing that he has like he has dissociative identity disorder or whatever the hell is going on with this guy. He has that. So he said something along those lines and some other stuff. Like he says, you are looking for someone. He's like, but aren't we all looking for someone? Our thoughtless friend. You are hiding a secret. Oh, who doesn't hold a secret? Shit like that. He kind of like smartens up to him a bit. But then he like starts, he's like, you know what, it's kind of fun having some guest report. How do you do that with that crystal ball? It's like, no, I've used other ways. Like he mentions the mud on his pets that he got. He's like, he's looking for your daughter. Yes, you are looking for your daughter here where she was born from the woman you left behind 15 years ago. Like, I'm like, okay, how do you even know that? That is oddly specific. Like, bruh, come on now. Anyway, by this point he started to like the fortune teller starting to get a little antsy over there. He's like, I must reach your palm. Please let me pay. I'll pay you 30, no, 100,000 lira. And the dude, he's like holding his palm, and then you start to see the boss's alter ego or different alternate personality start to get a little pissy. He's like, don't you dare touch me! And he's like grabbing it, and he like puts his hand in his mouth and throws him against the wall. Then the dude, his eyes completely switch colors. Excuse me. Then his eyes completely switch colors, and then he like starts getting like all buffed and shit, like JoJo, like typical JoJo buff. And he's like, persuasion or whatever. You use your powers on the wrong guy, whatever. You do show to be a fortune teller of the highest caliber. I will make sure it's as painless as possible. And so then, but then he says that his Jared comes across, and he pulls from a shelf a picture of Ryoto, which I completely forgot about Ryoto. I completely forgot about this guy. I forgot he was even in the show. I'm not even gonna lie about that. So he gets in there, he grabs him. He holds his picture up to him, he says like his heart burns with revenge, your paths will cross soon enough. But understood. I'll ask you. And then he allows him to read his palm. Or I guess he just lets go and he just sees it. And he's like, yes, I was right. Yes, what a beautiful hand you have. He's just rubbing it against his face like he's fucking Kira. Or I'm like, man, did you get possessed by fucking Kira's dismembered ghost from that hospital? You know? So, like, but then he sees that the hand's different, and he says, oh, I'm holding my own severed hand. How did that get there? The man's lost it. Emperor Crimson fishes him off, and then he goes to a taxi, tells him to go over to that spot where they took the photo at, and we see a picture, and we see Ryoto watching the news, and we hear about the plane crash that happened over in the sea, which of course is referring to what happened with Giorno and the guys. So so he goes into the taxi, they drive off to get over to the Gulf of Sardinia, to the Gulf. I forget the exact name of it, but it's like the shore. The shore of. I can't remember the name, honestly, so forgive me. But they go over there, he finds like around with the build, they find like this little like watch light tower. He tells the driver, stop. Tells him stop, he gets out, he looks around, he's like, okay, the boss told me to, look over this here. And then we find out about the meter where he actually has to pay up, I think it was like 8,000 lira, or maybe it might have been like 800, I think it was 800,000 lira, I believe was the correct number. It was either 80,000 or 800,000, either way, it was a fucking lot. And he's like, wait, I think your meter's. He's like, oh, I see. You're accusing me of ripping you off by rigging the meter. He's like, no, I just think that's a bit much. I don't have the. He's like, yeah, well, I saw you stash something in your pocket. Yeah. So he sticks something in like your pants or whatever. He tries to like get stuff out. He finds the little thing. So he's like, no, please don't touch me. Oh. Okay, it didn't sound that sexual, but he was grabbing his head. He's like, oh, my head. As the dude's like, the dude's feeling him up. So anyway, after that, so he grabs out the picture of the picture with Trish's mom on it. But he doesn't pull it out all the way. But then we later find out the dude's name is Doppio. Puts his like hand in his eye. He's like, "You fool! Don't touch me! Your curiosity is gonna get you killed!" And then he says, "Brr, brr." And at first I actually thought that was legit a phone going off. First time I actually saw that scene, I actually legit thought that a phone was going off. But we hear him do, brr, brr, but then he like looks around like, "Hey, where's the phone?" And then we see him turn around. He's legit making the sound. Brr, brr. He's legit making the sound, bruh. So he's like looking around trying to find food. He's like, where is it? Where is it? I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? If y'all follow me on my Twitter, which you should, at Gishmonster. You guys know I was tweeting a lot throughout this part of the episode where I'm just like, what the fuck? What the hell? Nani? You know, I'm fucking confused as shit, man, of what the hell's going on with Doppio. So he grabs like this little thing he has on top of his mirror, rear view mirror, pulls it up and uses it as a, pulls it and uses it as a phone. He's like, boss. He's like, oh, boss? Doppio, I told you to watch the video. He's like, yeah, I know. But you are the one being watched. And then he looks behind him and there's Risotto. He's just chilling in the mountains. Or in the upper parts of the building. Or the area that they're at. And then he tells me, just make sure you know what's flustered, figure out to, and take care of, but try to close the range on Doppio so that he can get, or close the range on Risotto, so that the boss, so that Emperor Crimson can deal the final blow. Because, he's a short range man, this, that, and third. So that's what he ends up doing. And also, he also mentions that he doesn't even know what Risotto's stand is, and which we found out, it's probably the edgiest stand you will ever see. Like, bruh, I got some things to say about it, but we'll save that for later. We'll save that until we get that part of the episode. But anyway, he tells him, goodbye, Doppio. And then he hangs up the phone, so to speak. And then he's like, wait, what happened? What did I do? What am I supposed to do again? Oh yeah, right, the boss gave me a direct order, so he picks up all the stuff. And actually, the boss tells Doppio to leave the cab driver because he didn't see the photo all the way. He's like, I don't know, fam. He looks like he might have, but he's like, nah, sorry. He's like, and legit, after talking, the dude is literally going in the backseat of the cab, throwing his shit out, and then just driving off, which I thought was kind of funny. So anyway, after he hangs up and retrieves all the stuff, we see Risotto chilling right next to him, being like, I want to know about that. He's like, oh shit. And then right after that, he throws his knife down, and the dude just fucking face plants into a wall. And what I say, face plant, bruh, he made love to it. Like it was, like it was nasty, like, bruh. Like, bruh. Bruh. It was one nasty fall. Nasty, like, he be making love to that rock like he fucking brother love, man. I love you. But, anyway. So, right after that, we got, so after that, after he face plants, he's like, oh my god! Blood spewing everywhere. And from there, we kind of have a little bit of a back and forth between the two. He's like trying to throw him, like, no, you're nothing, you're a coward, you were no use to me. But then he notices that he's hiding something under his shoe, an envelope. He's like, what the hell's underneath the envelope? And he's like, oh, there's nothing, I'm sorry, yeah, this, that, and he just wants to leave. And he's like, put up your foot like with the envelope, and it ends up being empty with the actual photo somehow sticking onto his shoe, I guess via the blood. I don't know how that works, but hey, whatever. The photo stuck and sticks to the blood of in his shoe. But then he goes after the guy's knife, but he says that this guy intrigues him more, and more. And then the dude later on, just like after his like eyes twitch again, he just comes charging right towards him, Risotto. And bruh, y'all thought, bruh, this is like actually the edgiest shit I have ever seen. Man, straight up vomit razor blade. Like, bro, this is taking cut into a whole new level, my fuck. I think Tumblr just exploded from this level of edginess, my bro. Like, I mean, slitting your wrists are one thing, but cutting the inside real, bruh. Now that's fucking edgy, ladies and gentlemen. Give this man a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I'm curious I wonder if he does it vertically or horizontally. Remember, horizontal for show, vertical for results. I don't even remember what I remember. I don't even know what that reference to from. Wouldn't be surprised if it was a mixing on it, but anyway. Anyway. So after he throws up razor blades, I love this part in the dub. I don't know if this is in the Japanese, but I gotta give huge props to the writers, to the script writers for this episode. The dude says after he vomits these razor blades, he's like, I'm gonna take out this edgy douche. Love it. So he comes after him again, throws some punches, which he ends up, but then after that, that's the fucking needles start coming out of his cheek. Like, bruh, this has to be the edgiest stand of all time. This is Tumblr if it was a stand. This is legit Tumblr. So after he throws up fucking razor blades, needles, he goes and punches him a couple more times, and Rizzo just falls over the cliff, and we don't see him ever again. At least for the rest of it. He also mentioned that he did maybe that he's a scared, that Rizzo knows he's a scared because he took a glance upward because he hurt him, which he saw was little bomber circling around the area. That's about the only cameo we got from this whole fucking episode with any of the JoJo characters, from any of the main JoJo, from any of the main characters in Part 5. After that, he gets another call from the boss, and this time, he picks up a fucking frog! What's up, boss? And he tells him to get in the range, and says, like, oh, but I don't know it yet, he's gonna get me again. He's like, oh, Tokyo, my poor old Tokyo. He says some other rhymes, I forgot what he said, but he's like, poor old Tokyo. Have you forgotten so easy that I gave you a power? Gave you a force and crazy power. And we end the episode off with this shot of like Emperor Crimson's head appeared on the top of his forehead with the frog, and it's like, you can tell in the manga this was a whole page. This had a whole page to itself in the manga. You can fucking tell. Just by this, just how this way this was shot, you can tell this is an entire page of the manga. This was probably like the ending of a chapter too. Which I might low-key actually put that in the thumbnail, low-key, not even gonna lie. And that is where the episode ends, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, overall, this episode was fucking fantastic, man. We finally gotta get at least I don't know if we're gonna get more of the boss attacks for later on the series, or this is all Rocky's gonna give us. Either way, I am intrigued, and I'm definitely liking the boss a lot more after we found he has like dissociative identity disorder or whatever. That is going to be very interesting how that's going to work, especially compared to what we have for the previous. Like, you know, we had Dio, the classic evil doers. You had the gods and the Pillar Men. You had Kira, who was probably the greatest anime villain of all time, with just how well written he is, his voice acting from PC Douglas, and just his character and everything about Kira. Emperor, I can actually see the boss, Emperor Crimson out here, you know, maybe being a close second for at least JoJo's villains. Maybe better, maybe one of my favorite all-time villains, maybe. I'm not sure, but I can definitely see this guy getting second place, depending on what happens later on the end of Part 5. Also, guys, if you heard me rustling or anything other than my voice, that's because the mic is literally, I'm using a new headset, I'm using a new headset from my corner to my last headset, bro. And it's one of those where the mic is on the actual cable stuff, not built into the headset stuff. So if you hear anything else, that's why. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Oh yeah, I'll never forget my final version. My final version of this episode is a 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you liked, you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, flag links on the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.